Man, oh man. UFC 316 is just around the corner, and I'm here to give you my concise predictions, okay? Concise. I'm gonna have to start saying that after every prediction video, at the start of every prediction video, because I've been seeing some diabolical stuff recently, man. I've been seeing hour-long prediction videos for Apex cards, bro. For Apex cards. And you know what's crazy about that? People love them. People literally love him. These YouTubers are milking you for watch time hours, man. How can you sit there? Like, no matter how much you love the game, right? No matter how much you love the game, I don't think there should ever be hour long. I'm talking about 1 to 2. I've seen 2 hour long, 1 hour long prediction videos for Apex cards. Are you kidding me, brother? And you know what's the worst part about all that? At the end, after the event is over, and they didn't get they got half of their predictions wrong. They don't even say a word. They just move on to the next prediction video, an hour-long prediction video. You guys just eat it up. I'm here to give you my concise predictions. Okay, let's get this over with the first fight of the night: Khaos Williams versus Andreas Gustaffson. This is an easy fight for me to pick. First of all, Williams has just way more experience in the UFC. He's younger than Andreas Gustaffson. Also, Andreas is stepping in short notice while having 0 fights in the UFC, if you don't count the Contender Series. I'm not gonna lie, unless Andreas Gustaffson is secretly Tom Aspinall, I don't see him winning this fight. I'm gonna go by Khaos Williams by decision. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a knockout, but I'm just gonna be safe and pick Khaos Williams by decision. Moving on to Markel Mederos versus Mark Choin SKI. Now, look, I'm not gonna lie, I obviously know who Mederos is, right? He looked good against Austin Hubbard. Mederos is a decision merchant, like high-key a decision merchant. He will stay at distance and just beat you that way. Now, I'm not even kidding when I say this. I was about to do research on Mark Choin SKI. All I did was look at the records of the fighters he fought to get in the UFC. And that just made me go with Mederos by decision immediately. I'm just going to show you guys. The fighters that this guy has fought. Right, if we move down to his record, boom, right? John Ramirez, right? He was 8-7 when he beat him, right? If we go to his record, he hasn't won a fight. Now we go to let's say John Semen. He won the belt from John Semen. Oh my. Anyways, he fought John Semen when he was 7-3, boys. Look at his record. 7-3, right? We click on it. 7-6. He won the belt from this guy, brothers. Jesus freaking Christ, dude. Guys, if you're gonna bet money on this fight, please just put your house on Markel Mederos. I'm begging. Please don't lose money. Don't let the record freaking deceive you. This is not real, brothers. Let me see. How are the odds? Oh man, the odds even the odds. Look at the odds, bro. Holy shits, dude. That's insane. Anyways, let's keep moving on to Quillan. I really don't know how to pronounce his name. This name is diabolical, man. Quillan Salkilld versus Yanal Ashmouz. Jesus freaking Christ. I'm really bad with names. Look, I think this fight is going to be a banger. I think we will see Quillan go through a little bit of adversity. He's going to be taken down, but I think he will be able to get back up easily, in my opinion, and put the work on the feet. I feel like Yanal gets backed up to the fence a little too easily. I think Quillan will be able to take advantage of that. And beat him against the cage. I think Quillan's body shots are going to be a big thing for this fight. A major key to winning this fight. Quillan's body shots are absolutely beautiful. The way he mixes it up is phenomenal. The thing is, like, he does get hit a lot. He does get hit a lot if he gets pressured enough, because he also can get backed up, but I don't think Yanal is going to be able to do that against Quillan. The only thing I'm worried about is if Yanal gets him down and keeps him down. If in the first round we see Yanal just keep him down after he takes Quillan down, I think we will see Quillan get lose. We will see him lose. I'm not gonna lie to you. But if we see him get up after the first round, demoralize Yanal a little bit, I think Quillan can get it done on the feet. But I will go this. I'm gonna go decision. I think this fight will be a banger, even though it's not gonna be a knockout. But it's definitely gonna have a lot of big moments. We're gonna see the heart of Quillan, because he is gonna get taken down on this fight. I'm actually excited for that fight. Moving on. Oh my lord, don't get me started, bro. Azamat Murzakanov versus Brendson Ribeiro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a short notice replacement. Brendson is a short notice replacement for Johnny Walker. He was supposed to be fighting Johnny Walker, and I'm telling you guys, even the odds. I didn't even notice the odds. I'm telling you guys, there's a reason why this guy is a heavy favorite. Okay. Johnny Walker dodged the bullet with this one. Or maybe should I say a freaking missile. I'm not even kidding. Brendson Ribeiro stands no freaking chance against Azamat. Especially since he stepped in, obviously, for Johnny Walker. If Ribeiro had a full camp, I will still not give him a chance on winning. And that's saying a lot. He doesn't... Look, Azamat doesn't really have one punch power. The way he beats you, it's similar to like Better Be if you watch boxing. He TKOs or KOs you by cumulative shots, and I think that's what's gonna happen on this fight. I really think that's what's gonna happen on this fight. Let me see. Yeah, even the odds suggest that, and especially short notice. I just wouldn't take this fight on a short notice fight, man. This is a way too dangerous fight. Don't let the age deceive you guys. I know it says 36 years old. He's about to be 37. You know, he's an old man. I'm telling you, brother, that this guy right here is different. He will not lose to this bum over here. Okay, I'm telling you, Azamat all the way. I'm gonna say. I'm actually going to be specific with this one. I say Azamat's round, the last round KO. TKO. I'm going to go TKO last round. Moving on to Joosang versus Jeka Saragih. Can I be honest? Can I really be honest? I'm gonna show you guys this because look, a lot of people they watch prediction videos and they only have it as the background. I need you to look at your screen right now, and I'm gonna show you something. I'm not gonna say nothing. Look, I'm not gonna say a single word about this fight. I'm just gonna show you this and move on to the next fight. Okay? Are you guys ready? I'm gonna just click on Jeka. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. And I'm going to open this fight that he had with a certain someone with a certain type of outcome. I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to leave it for a few more seconds. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to leave, right? I'm going to back up again and I'm going to move on to Serghei Spivac versus Waldo Cortes Acosta. Look, man. Look, man. There's a reason why the odds for this fight are near even. This is a very, very hard fight to call, but in my opinion, Spivac will be able to pull it off. I just think Cortes will get timed on the feet. I feel like if he gets taken down by Spivac, Spivac's grappling will be enough to just keep him down for the rest of the round. The only way I see Acosta winning this fight is by KO. The problem with that is he needs to hit you a lot for that to happen. He's not really a one punch type of guy. I know it sounds like an easy win by Spivac. The way I put it, right? The way I worded it, it sounds like an easy win, but Acosta is strong in the clinch. Spivac will have some problems in the first round with that, but in the later rounds, I think Spivac will be able to get Acosta to the mat easily. And I was going to say Spivac by submission, but since Acosta is Dominican, I'm Dominican. I'm going to have to, a little bit of mercy, I guess, and say Spivac by decision. Moving on to Ariane Lipski da Silva versus Kong Wang. Now, I'm going to tell you who I'm going to go with, and how I'm going to determine that is, let's look them up, right? I'm going to put her here. I'm going to go to images, and I'm going to go Kong Wang. I'm going to put her here. Whoever looks more menacing, I'm going to go with, right? I mean, would you punch this on the face, dude? Come on. You wouldn't punch this in the face. Now, this is menacing. You know what I mean? Now this is menacing right here. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna go whoever's more menacing. I'm just gonna go with Kong Wang by Aura, and I'm not even kidding. I'm actually picking Kong Wang. When I'm live, I'm also gonna be live streaming. By the way, I'm gonna be live streaming this event, and I'm gonna do my picks while before the event starts, so I can put my picks in, obviously, because if the event starts, then I won't be able to. Now, moving on. What the hell am I talking about? Moving on to Bruno Silva versus Joshua freaking Van. Look, man, Bruno Silva just got done getting decimated, literally decimated by Manel Cup. He was getting his ass beat so hard. He tried to get a no contest by destroying Manel Cup's balls. I think he hit him like 3, 4, 5 good times in the cup. There was also an eye poke that the ref didn't see, and he actually capitalized on that moment when he hit him with the eye poke. He hit Cap with some good shots, but look, at the end of the day, Manel Cap, I think Manel Cap also hit him in the cup on the finishing sequence, but that's just what it is, man. That's just if you hit Manel Cap 4 or 5 good times and he hits you back to finish you, hey, I don't mind it. I really don't mind. But look, I know Silva was on a 4-5 win streak before he lost to Cap, but he fought literally absolute fucking garbage cans. I'm not even kidding when I say this. He actually fought absolute garbage cans. But anyways, I just think Joshua Van will get this done by decision. Joshua is a bit of a decision merchant, let's be real, but he wins. And that's all that matters, I guess, for a prediction video at least. I also don't think he will be able to get Bruno out of there. I know he doesn't have the power to do that. We know he doesn't have the power to do that. But yeah, Van by decision. Moving on. Oh my freaking gosh, dude. Do I even have to say who I'm picking for this fight? Do I even have to? Look, man. Patchy Mix has one job. I'm speaking for the MMA community. We need a vicious knockout. We need it. Or even better, we need Patchy to drop Mario a few times, get him all bloodied up, maybe drop him 2 times per round, and let's say the last round, Patchy shows him mercy and knocks him out cold. You know what I mean? And after the fight, I need some news that Mario Bautista will be like sidelined for like at least 2 years. But yeah, Patchy mixed by decision. But I would love, trust me, I would love to see a knockout. I will love it, dude. I will celebrate, man. I would have, you know what? If Mario Bautista gets knocked out, I'll have that as my banner for my channel. Moving on to Vicente Luque versus Kevin 4570 Holland. Look, I hate Kevin Holland. I was going to pick Luque just because I hate Holland. But if we're being real, Vicente Luque hasn't had a real win since literally 2021. I know he beat an old ass Rafael Dos Anjos. That don't count, in my opinion. And he also beat Themba Gorimbo. Like, do you guys? I know who Themba Gorimbo is, but I'm gonna show you who that is, so you guys remember who I'm talking about. The guy that The Rock gave, the free house and shit. This guy right here. The people that I'm pretty sure his own people hated on him. I don't know the backstory of that. I think I saw a video about like some shady stuff. The reason why his people hate him. There's someone made a video about it, but I don't remember exactly what it was that he did. But look, the only reason Kevin Holland is not a huge favorite and only a moderate is because bettors are scared that of him not trying, because if he does try, he could get too much spotlight, and he doesn't want that. We know how Kevin Holland is. But look, on a serious note, Kevin Holland should get the win. I'll say knockout in the second round. Moving on to Kevin the Fridge Gaslam versus Joe frickin' Pyfer, man. Look, this fight will most likely get fight of the night. I think this fight will get performance of the night or fight of the night, whatever the hell you want to call it. I also don't see this fight going the distance. I'm going to pick Joe Pyfer to knock out the Fridge within 2 rounds. This fight is going to be a war. The only thing I'm worried about Joe Pyfer is, oh man, the only thing I'm worried about, when he's on the back foot. Again, we saw it against Jack Emerson. Do it to him. He lost that fight. The low kick by Jack Hermanson, you know, it was a big part of that too. And it also, his pressure was a big part of that too. But that's the only thing I'm worried about Joe Pyfer, man. That's the only thing I'm worried about Joe Pyfer on this fight, because I don't want Kelvin Gastelum to have like a good ass performance, you know, his weird ass lateral movements. I hate when he comes in like without, I don't know, the way his entries is so weird. I think Joe Pyfer will be able to counter this on this fight. He's younger, he's faster, but I'm just worried that look, these two can finish each other. They can finish each other. I hope we don't see like a last round finish by Gastelum, because I'm really worried about that, because after the first 2 rounds, we see Joe Pyfer, you know, he just lets the gas off the pedal, whatever the fuck. You know, I don't know if I said that backwards, but you know what I mean. He just lets it go. He stops throwing his jab. He's just looking for a knockout punch, and I don't really like that. He does big looping shots. But again, this is a 3-rounder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is a 3-round fight. This is not a 5-round fight, so it's, you know, obviously in Joe Pyfer's favor. But yeah, I think Joe Pyfer gets it done within 2 rounds. I'm gonna say round 2 KO. Moving on to, surprisingly, very, very surprisingly, I'm actually excited for this fight. I'm very, very excited for this fight. Not because of the level that we're going to see on this fight, but because of the story that I've been building on each other. I've seen the interviews between these two. These two's interviews are absolutely bangers. I like the fact that they hate each other. And it's actually real, because they've been talking about each other even before Kayla Harrison was in the UFC. This is going to be an absolute banger, in my opinion. I mean, what are the people saying? People think there is going to be a submission or a decision. I think this fight is going to obviously go to a decision, in my opinion. But we might see a scrap, boys. We might see blood. We might see a lot of blood on this fight, and I'm absolutely going to love it. But we're not. Let's be real. After Amanda Nunes left, it hasn't been the same, man. It really, really hasn't been the same since Nunes left. But look, man. Kayla Harrison might be the answer, I guess, for this weight division, but I actually don't know who to go with. Like, I'm actually like, I rewatched their last 3 fights, and I think I'm gonna go with Kayla Harrison. I think she's definitely juiced up. I don't know how she's not failing the test. I really don't know how she's doing it. Like, seriously, I don't know what she takes, but it's something. Because there's no way she looks like that, dude. There's no way in hell she looks like that and not taking anything. But on a serious note, I'm going to go Kayla Harrison by decision. Moving on to the main event of the evening. Oh, my Lord. Obviously, we already saw these 2 fights. Again, Sean O'Malley getting gifted another shot, dude. Gifted. Literally, quite literally gifted. And look, don't get me wrong. The first fight was kind of close, right? The rounds were kind of close, but they were decisive, man. We don't need to see this fight again. Nobody asked for this fight. Every time I see a prediction video or anyone talking about this fight, that's the first thing they mention. We didn't want to see this fight. But the thing is, it's true. I don't want to see this fight. Nobody wants to see this fight. Why are we looking? Why? Why, dude? I mean, we know the answer to it, and I'm going to tell you the answer. The answer is the UFC. The UFC wants Sean O'Malley to be a superstar. They're forcing us to think that Sean O'Malley is a superstar when he obviously isn't. This guy is the fakest superstar that has ever graced the UFC, man. Seriously. Seriously, and it doesn't help that he has no freaking personality, dude. He's just aura farming. I wouldn't even want to call it aura farming. He just sits there. You know how kids in like middle school and shit are now like aura farming and shit, just standing there. Like, for example, I saw like a video of a kid playing like dodgeball, and he was just sitting there with hands in his pockets while people were playing around him. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Go and play, man. That's the same vibe I get every time Sean O'Malley steps into a press conference. He's just sitting there aura farming, acting like he looks cool with his fucking gay rainbow hair. I'm tired of this shit, man. At least Merab, yes, people hate him because he's a decision merchant, but he's actually exciting, bro. He's stupidly exciting. He's, you know, he's not really right on the head, but he is exciting. He has a character. He has a personality inside the cage and outside the cage, and that's why I grew into actually liking Merab. Okay, I actually grew into it. I think a lot of people did grow into him after the Umar fight, and actually decided to look into him, and you know, he gained a lot of fans. But I was even a fan before the Umar fight. Okay, I was low key a fan before the Umar fight, not high key, you know, but I was a low key one. But you know, Merab did grow into me. But look, the thing that worries me the most on this fight, because obviously I'm going to pick Merab, right? My pick is Merab. I already did like a 15 or 10-minute video about Merab and Sean O'Malley and what happens, and breaking down the first fight. I broke down their fight round by round, right? And the one thing that I saw is that Sean O'Malley needs to have more activity between rounds, because there was like minute or 2-minute long stints or strings or whatever you want to call it between rounds, that they were just sitting there looking at each other, like literally just looking at each other, and that benefits Merab, bro, because then if he goes in, what do you think Merab is gonna do? If Sean O'Malley just initiates after that stint of doing nothing for 2 minutes, Merab is gonna take you down, bro. That's the problem with Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley has a big chance on winning this fight. I don't agree with these odds on Topology. I think they should be a little more even, because the thing is, if Sean O'Malley takes more risk at the start of the fight, I think he will be able to beat Merab, or at least win 3 out of the 5 rounds. I'm not even kidding. The thing that Sean O'Malley has to do, because this is what he did, right? He got taken down in the first few rounds. He got back up. He got back up easily. But he didn't take more chances after that because he was worried of the takedown. I get it. Look, I get it why you didn't take more risk after. You didn't want to get taken down again. But you have to keep doing it. You have to take more risk. If he did take more risk, I think Sean O'Malley would have won that fight. But at the end of the day, I think Merab will counter that. Now I think Merab will counter that on this fight. He's going to see it coming. He really is going to see it coming. I think Sean O'Malley is going to have more activity on this fight, but Merab is going to counter that with more takedowns, because that's what he does. That's literally what he does. This is going to be a closer fight than the first fight. I think also this is going to be a more boring fight than the first fight. I'm not saying that the first fight was boring, but I think it's going to be more boring because of the weight for Sean O'Malley to win this fight. I don't think Sean O'Malley will go out on his shield. This is one of those fights that the rematch is always bad. You know what I mean? You know how the rematch is always bad? But I think this fight will be closer, but in a bad way. That's what I'm getting the feeling about of this fight. But, yeah, man. I'm going to go Merab Dvalishvili by decision. Like I said, I am a little bit worried when Sean O'Malley he is going to step up his activity, but we'll see. Because at the end of the day, this is a prediction video. Nobody in the freaking world knows what exactly is going to happen. We already seen these 2 fights, so we have a preview, right? We have a preview already, but for this fight, we don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to pick Merab Dvalishvili by decision. Now, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Who you think is going to win the main event? And let me know what do you rate this card? This card is actually kind of decent. I wouldn't call it mid. I think it's a little bit more than mid. I'll call it decent. I think we have a few hidden gems on this card, and I think I'm going to enjoy it, man. I think I'm going to enjoy this card, even though I didn't want this main event. At least the card is not that bad. We might see a few knockouts on this card, and I think this is going to redeem it a little bit. But anyways, I'm going to be streaming this entire event in its entirety, okay? Let me be your companion and subscribe. Hit that bell on so when I go live, you're there, okay? Make sure you guys leave a like on this video. Hit that sub button again. I said it like 3 times already, but do it, okay? Because you guys forget to do it. But with that being said, I'll see everyone very, very soon. Goodbye.